What's up, players? It's Eugene here for Epically Geeky Gaming. Oh, that's too loud. Let's bring that down a little bit. Okay, it's still a little loud. Let's see here. See, I think I figured out what is happening. I'm going to bring it down a little further. I think I figured out what is happening. And for whatever, and I don't know why it's, I don't know why it's happening, but I think I know what is happening. Turn on my light here. Yeah, for whatever reason, Windows itself is deciding to turn down the bass volume on my microphone. And so I've had to go into OBS and I've had to crank it all the way up. And even then, I think that's way back. I haven't had the problem in a while, but then it started happening again. But anyway, I don't know what's causing it to do that. I don't know if it's when it gets an update or whatever and it resets. But yeah, it will want to crank it down to like 17, 20%, something like that. So I'm having to boost it in OBS. Well, now that I've gone back into Windows itself and cranked the microphone up to 100%, I can turn it down to a much more manageable level in OBS. So hopefully this sounds pretty good. So far, we've got Super Mega Graphics here in the chat. He says, this was one hell of a game console, still holds legendary status. Sega Genesis lives forever. So let's talk about the Sega Genesis a little bit. Genesis was released August 14th, 1989 in the US. It's most known for the Genesis Does What Nintendo Don't campaign that came out when it really started hitting the ground and taking off. And of course, they were always advertising the blast processing or their Motorola 68,000 CPU, which was faster than the SNES processor. This is the model that my brother and I had. I talked about this on the one of the Christmas shows that I did, where I was talking about games that I got for Christmas. My brother and I got a Sega Genesis for Christmas. We first saw a Sega Genesis when a friend of mine, he was talking about it, and this was in middle school, and he was like, I can bring it over and I can show it to you or whatever. We're like, cool. So we decided to get like a sleepover, which, you know, that's the thing that like modern kids don't really do anymore. Like they don't have sleepovers like we used to have. At least not my kids, and not really anyone else's that I know's kids do it either. So, like that just used to be a thing. Like it was someone's birthday, like it was automatic. Oh, I'm going to sleep at, you know, my friend Johnny's house. I'm going to go sleep at Lewis's house. Because we'd stay up late, play video games or whatever. And like, of course, the way video games have changed, that's obviously changed that as well. But back to my main story. So anyway, he brings over Sega Genesis, and he had, I can't remember if I know he had Altered Beast, of course. He had, what was Golden Axe, and he had Rambo, and he had something else. And I remember looking at it being like, this looks just like the arcade. Like I was completely, totally blown away. But my brother and I actually didn't get a Sega Genesis until much later. We'd go to a friend's house and we'd play there. But we had the Model 1 here. And like a lot of other people, it had a headphone jack on it, which was definitely really interesting because I had never seen a console up to that point that had one. Hell, I don't know of any, except for like handhelds. I don't know of any other like desktop consoles that had a headphone jack. Cyrus is in the chat. I'm sure he can correct me on that if that's the case. But anyway, unfortunately, mine, like a lot of other people's, the volume adjustment on it died. I'm sure it probably just needed to be cleaned, but it is what it is. So anyway, had a Sega Genesis, loved the thing, had lots of games on it. And so I've already gone through several of the games that I had on it when I was doing my Christmas episode, when I was talking about games that I got for Christmas. So like I've already covered Altered Beast, which of course came with the console, The Revenge of Shinobi, Golden Axe, and I think Strider. I think that was the other one I covered. I may have covered one more, but I'd have to go back and look. But we're going to cover some more games, and I'll be honest with you, now that the more that I've thought about it, some of these games that I might be showing, I'm pretty sure I had. Some of them I'm actually starting to question, be like, was that my buddy Aaron's and I just held on to it for a long time, or we constantly borrowed it and it never was actually ours? But, you know, like I said, if you're going to go back and if you're going to get a time machine, go back and, you know, correct me on this, there's probably better things you should do. So let's just leave it like it is. Super Mega Graphics. I know what's happening, but I don't know why it's happening. Pretty much everything right now. Dude, yeah, like I pretty much hit the nail on the head. So anyway, let's go ahead and get on into it. The first game that we're going to play, I was only planning on like playing possibly 3 games today because I kind of have a hard out today. Got to go help my mom install some stuff for her cat. She got a cat last year, and she hem and hawed constantly about, I don't know if I'm going to keep the kitten. I'm still thinking about it. This cat's the most spoiled cat ever. Like, she has bought, the cat has its own room in her house now. It used to be my room when I was in high school. Now belongs to the cat. But anyway, she wants me to come over there and help her install some stuff she's bought for the cat. So I've got to do that. Anyway, let's see here. So, first game that we're going to play is a classic, Ghouls N Ghosts, released August 1989. It is almost an identical port from the arcade version. It is known for its difficulty. All of the Ghosts and Goblins and Ghouls and Ghosts games are insanely hard. They just are. This was voted Game of the Year by EGM in 1989, and I would say rightfully so. This is a fantastic game, but once I get into it, like I was going through and playing just to make sure that everything was working a little bit earlier today. It is a great game, and I don't want to talk too badly about it, but on the other hand, man, it seems like it's a step down from the one on the Super Nintendo. Just from ability and sound and everything else. But we're going to get into it. It was still a fantastic game when it came out. So let's get into it. All right, come on, RetroArch. Pick it up. There we go. All right. So Ghouls and Ghosts on the Sega Genesis / Mega Drive. Nope, where's it? Let's see here. And it's just that classic story of Arthur going to save his woman. Definitely practice. We're definitely not doing professional. Joystick, diagonals, okay. Sure, why not? Player control, one side, or 2 side, okay. Music select. I guess if you only have one controller, you could actually play 2 players and you would just pass the controller. That's actually really cool that they put that in there. Ah, stupid wizard. The music's just still so iconic. And I do not remember where any of... Like, I remember that first one. That first chest that you open up to be able to get stuff. But I don't really remember any of the other ones. So if I find them, great. If I walk right past them, it is what it is. All right, so we do have magic on this one. There we go. I don't think we have the shield. And the thing that kills me the most is we also don't have double jump. And let me tell you, man, that's killing me right now. Let's get the axe. Let's see what the axe does. So it goes up. And its magic is... Atomic bomb, okay. Ooh, let's get the water. I like the water. Yeah, the water is a good weapon. And it's... What was it again? Okay. Got some floating water here. I was pretty lucky. I didn't think I was going to get... I thought I was going to get hit just there. Just then. I think that's the halfway point for the first level. We got some wind blowing in here. And it does blow you back. Hate these little guys. Ah, see? I was thinking I could double jump it, but I can't. Ooh, that barely missed me. Come on, I need some clothes. There we go. Oop, that was close. Almost bit in on that one. We got the pigs vomiting up there. That's not cool. Let me get up here. Had a little bit of slow down there. Help me out. I think I'm almost to the end of the level. Yep, here we are. Ah! This is probably not the best weapon to fight this guy with. At least I start off at the halfway point. Or no, I start off here. Oh, so I can't even go get another weapon. That's not cool. Okay, at least it wasn't that many hits. Jeez. All right, let's see here. Check it in the chat. As much as I do like this on Genesis and Super Graphics, the SNES one is absolute best. This is still fun, though. Absolutely, yeah. Oh, these stupid turtle things. Okay, we got the disc. It's actually not a bad weapon for this level. Because it goes along the ground. Okay, I do... yeah, I remember this. I was going to say, so you go along and there's certain parts of the ground here that fall. That thing doesn't look cool. And see, I'm getting the... keep running, dude. Keep running. Could really use a chest right about now. And see, that clearly is the sound that it's... yeah, that it's not having an effect. My weapon's not having an effect on it. I don't think I did. Nope. One run fast enough. Got to start over? Yep, got to start over. Okay. Maybe we can get along this way without dying this time. Or getting hit, I should say. Oh, look, we got a chest. Oh, we got a magician. That jerk. Dang, what are you doing here, dude? We'll grab the sword. Oh, that's right. Okay, so this is kind of like, yeah. Not exactly what I wanted, because I gotta get right up on stuff. I think it's fairly strong. Like, I'm sure that somewhere online someone has got a chart that shows, like, the strength of each one of these weapons and, like, yeah. And, like, what happens. Oh, I forgot to change how many lives I got, too. Can I make it go faster? We're going to give it one more shot. Options. Oh, there wasn't one. Practice, diagonals, one player. Oh, I was thinking of a different game. I should have continued. Oh well, I guess we're gonna give it one more shot. We're gonna see what happens. Well, that sucked. All right, I'll make sure I turn off my phone here because otherwise we might get a phone call in the middle of the show, and we don't really want that. There we go. All right. As much as I like to have the water, we're gonna stick with. No, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that either. Hopefully I can get a different weapon. Okay, there we go. We got the knives now. That works. Kill all these birds. I didn't think I was going to jump that far. It's doing better the first time around. Dang, he still got me. Come on, turn out of the duck. There we go. Okay. You know how they always ask, you know, there's that question a lot of people like to ask. They're like, if you were stuck in a video game, what video game would you want to be stuck in? This would be one of the absolute last ones. Oh, I got two guys now. That's kind of cool. Yeah, why would I not want to always keep him with me? I guess maybe like if you got confused or something, but even then he's also wearing my doppelganger. They're still wearing he's just also wearing just the normal armor, not wearing the gold armor. We're gonna go this way this time. There we go. I was like, look, I got out of that without getting hit, and then it basically just did everything it could to possibly kill me. No, I definitely don't want that. Alright, come on, go away, sword. Anytime now. Is it literally just going to sit there the whole... You're right, Cyrus. Technically, I can rewind. I haven't done it in forever, though. I need to check and see, though. Every time I've been trying to do something like that, though, it's been acting funny. Like, it keeps wanting to jump out of the game itself. You know what? We'll go this way again. Because I've already got the armor. I don't really need anything else. And I like this weapon. I'm going to hold on to it. Big jump. That was easy. Yeah, if you have the right weapon, depending on the boss, it's okay. I won't shame you much. Okay, thank you. Thank you for that. If I do have to drop into that, I do appreciate it. Ah, cheap shot. Anytime now. Or at least I can still throw knives. Let's get out of here. Stupid turtles. Jumped right into it. Ah! I don't think there was anything there. Oh, I do not know how I didn't get hit by that. The collision should have clearly got me on that one. We're definitely not getting past this. Oh well, these are just quick playthroughs anyway, just kind of going down, down memory lane. So it's all good. Just trying to avoid getting hit by the one thing, got hit by the other. Here's a question. What are these attached to? Like, the background's just black. Like, I did the same thing again. I meant to jump not quite as far. All right. Oh, well. See, like, if I try to do rewind for too long, it keeps doing this. I got to figure out what's going on with that. I think I've got a miss button. I've got something clocked in somewhere or something. So anyway, all right, let's go ahead and move on to our next game. And that is, gotta click on the right thing here. Granada. I friggin' love this game. This is one of those games that I'm kind of questioning myself as to, did I actually have Granada, or did I just literally rent it that much that it seems like I had it? Or did one of my other friends have it? But I remember my brother and I loved this game. It definitely can get really, really difficult. But it's almost like a tank version of like a single player Gauntlet. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a second, because there are generators that put out enemies that you have to kill and everything. But yeah, I freaking loved this game when I was playing it. Came out in December of 1990, boasts impressive scaling and rotation, sound composed by, I'm going to screw this up, Not even going to try it. Later famous for the Tales series. So and it does have a great soundtrack to it. So I'm sure I probably won't get to the point where you get it, but your little tank that's driving around, you do eventually get like this sphere that goes on the front of the tank and it goes out and does stuff. And just from an overhead look, the way that the size of the tank are and the way that the circular part on the front of it is, it almost looks kind of like an overhead look down on like the Enterprise D, and that was kind of fun in itself. So, not that the Enterprise would have ever gone into battle like that, but still. Let's see here. All right, so let's get started here on Granada. No, that's not what I want to do. There we go. Okay. I'm trying to get it to restart. Why is it not? Now I'm wondering if maybe there we go. Okay. Is it going to show up? There it goes. Okay. And this says it's an unsupported game version. I don't know why. Granada. Nobody knows who named it. It is a hyper cannon tank from which unit or country of origin is unknown. This weapon has been destroying all kinds of weapons, one after another, and regardless of attached camps, north or south. Somebody calls it God of African continent. I didn't get all of it. Let's see here. Configuration. So this is where I was thinking earlier was when I was messing around. So, okay. And then, yeah, we're going to stay on easy because reasons. One of the nice things is you can just hold down A and it just constantly fires. I don't remember what B does right offhand. And then you have like your big tank attack, your big fire with C. But you have to kind of play smart. You do have a power bar up top. But see, like, that's one of the generators. There's another one. And on our map down here on the bottom, you can see, it's kind of hard to see, but you've got these little red dots, and that is where you do need to go to destroy stuff. Ooh, got flooded there. And so, like, and there's all these little back paths you can go. Missed it, it's back over here. Yeah, there it is. Man, that was a long shot right there. Oh yeah, now I've got this little thing that goes in front of me that like causes my bullets to like scatter shot all over the place. I think you can get more than one. I needed to get out in front of me. And then see, there was a bigger tank up there a second ago. Alright, there's 4 of them there. We're going to go down here to the bottom right-hand corner. Come on, big boy, get where I can get you. Down to about half health. I gotta get going. Come on, dude. Get back over here. There we go. Oh, yeah. There we go. We got in a second one. There we go. It is very much kind of like an overhead shmup, almost. There. But see, like, there's that big roller thing there. Oh, I lost one of them. Come on. I don't know why that one's not following me anymore. There they go. Okay. I still need to go down there to the bottom. Let's try to go down there again. We'll stick to the main path here. It is. Nope, that's where we were. Okay, so we gotta go back over this way. Because I do know we have to destroy everything before we can move on. Yeah, that thing's not cool. And I don't know if we can attack it or not. Forgot what that is. Check around here, see if there's anything else of interest. I don't think so. Okay. It's a red dot blinking. Maybe that's the boss? I honestly don't remember. It's been so long since I played this. I just remember loving it when I had it, though. Woo! Kind of close. Pretty sure I gotta go up here. Ah! Okay. Made it. Alright, dudes, get out there and help out, man. Now, see, technically I've got them destroyed. I could just go ahead and jet, but screw that. For freedom! Alright, let's go get these last two. Whoa! Completely forgot about that. That was on me. That was on me. I completely forgot about the big roller things. Do I have to go back up there? I bet I have to back up there. And go the other way. Yep, okay. So we're going to have to go the other way. All right. So we can get it done. Down here. Go back up here. Haha, you can't get me. Like that powerful shot of man, I'm almost dead. Like you have to charge it. You can't just like keep firing it willy-nilly, but it is powerful. All right, there we go. Music kicked in. Yeah, there it is. Where am I supposed to hit it? Okay, that was good. That was a good... Kind of need to draw it out where I can... Yeah, let's do that. Let's draw it out where we can... Looks like we lost both of our helpers, too. Not exactly how I want to fight this boss while there are these giant roller things going, but... Come on over here. There we go. Where all you guys come from? Maybe I should focus on just my normal shot instead of trying to hit him with the big one. Time over? I didn't even realize there was a time going. Yeah, the big shot's not really hitting it, so I'm going to have to stick with the smaller shots. But then see, like, why is that not hitting now? Okay, so the legs I can't hit. I can hit the direct part. Got it. Cyrus, I have barely ever played this. This one was fun because you're doing it, you know, you're fighting obviously on top of this giant flying fortress thing. I just wish you could have played this thing 2 players. It would have been so awesome 2 players. Got one of the giant engines. Take out the turrets first. See, and I'm already down. My health is already down. Alright, got all the ones on this wing. But the music on, like I said, the music on this thing is great. There we go. All right. Don't want to fall off. It's a badass tank, but it definitely can't fly. Taking a lot of damage. I really shouldn't be taking. Anything here? I didn't hear what it said I got, but it looks like I got a missile now, so that'll work. That doesn't look good. Ah, and I fell off. I did. Oh my god. There we go. Can we go this way? Yeah, we can. That's not great, but... yeah, my little side cannon here is doing some good work for me. sure we gotta do the same thing on the other side. Gotta hug the side here. Can you imagine? Can you imagine being on this giant war machine thing, driving a tank in the sky, and like having to edge along the side of something? Like, that's ridiculous. But it's fun. Wow, I'm already at the boss? Or is this a mid-boss? Okay, so I gotta get it when it opens up. Probably is what my guess is. Does it look like I'm hitting it at all? Yeah, that hit it just then. Okay, I got it. I was like, am I actually hitting this thing or not? What am I playing? Good question. I'm playing Granada on the Sega Genesis. Basically, I'm this hyper-futuristic tank that's just driving around destroying stuff. You know, back in the good old days when that's all the story you needed. Wow, that is a long way to drive for nothing to be there. Oh, there's one of my little hex thing, or my little things I need to go get. Let's see if I can go get it. Oh, good, he already joined me. Sweet. All right, I'm all the way down here in the bottom left-hand corner. Just nice long laser there. What happened to my little hex or my little diamond thing guy? I wish this map was like filled in a little better because it's kind of difficult to see what the hell is going on. I knew that was going to happen. Wolf Team. Oh, this looks fun. Great day to stream, Eugene. Oh, thanks, PJ. Oh, nice. Bit of a Ghouls N Ghosts guys myself. Yeah, I actually just finished playing that earlier, so let's see. What time is it? Because like I said, I do kind of have a hard out for today, so 12:56. Yeah, I can get one more game in here. All right, so the last game that I was going to play today is another one that I'm almost certain I had it, but the more I think about it, I kind of think a buddy of mine had it. We just used to play it a lot, and that is Herzog. Now I've already heard. I had to watch a couple of videos on this game earlier because I, for the life of me, could not remember how exactly to play it. Herzog Z, Herzog Zwei, Herzog. I can't even remember what the other one was, but anyway, Herzog Zwei. That's how I've always called it. Released April of 1990, considered one of the first real-time strategy games, at least on the consoles. It does have a two-player mode, and it does let you fight each other. In fact, this is a game that just like when I was playing, what was it? Super Bomberman for the Super Nintendo. I only ever played it multiplayer. I do not remember. I do not remember how to ever playing it single player. I don't remember beating the game, if there were levels or whatever. Like, the only time we fired this thing up was if we were going to play against each other. So Herzog, with a hard TS sound 2. Okay. Herzog. I'm not going to leave it like that. Okay. Okay. Herzog Zwei. Maybe? I am German. Kind of means like Baron 2. Japanese sure love their random German words for titles. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Yeah. So, but yeah, Herzog is, like I said, the only time we ever played this is if we were playing it 2 players. But we had a hell of a lot of fun playing it. I will say, though, just what little bit I was messing around with it earlier before I did the stream today, I don't think it holds up very well. It just, yeah. I'm doing this. Well, I guess if I were going to just dedicate a single video to it, I would probably have more fun. But because I'm just kind of like just jumping around a couple different games today, this is one of those games you kind of have to really sit down and like focus on. Like, this is not just a plop it in, let's just see how far we can get type of thing. This game requires some thought. All right, let's get back into it. I have a funny story about this music. Yeah, I've got to tell this story. So we were at a buddy of mine's house, and his stepdad had his he had probably the most advanced stereo system, surround system. It wasn't even surround. It wasn't even surround back then. So we're talking about the late 90s, mid to late 90s, and he had this awesome stereo. It was the first time I'd ever seen Bose speakers in real life. Like, he had some of the more high-end Bose speakers. And we were, once again, like I was talking about earlier, we were having a sleepover. We were at my buddy's house. And for whatever reason, the rest of the guys decided they were going to go mess around with a Ouija board. Don't know why, don't know how we got started with this, but he decided we were going to play with a Ouija board. And I was just like, guys, this is stupid. But everyone else was just kind of like, no, let's just see. And so I kept kind of like, I'll be honest with you, I was being a jerk. I'm making snide comments or whatever, and they're just like, dude, if you don't want to do this, then just like go back to the living room. And I was just like, fine, whatever. So I go back in the living room and I sit down, and I'm just kind of sitting there, and I'm just like, well, this sucks. I'm just sitting here not doing anything. Like, this sucks. So I decided I was like, screw it. I'll play a game. So I put Herzog Zwei into the Genesis, and I go to fire it up, and I did not know how to handle everything on his stereo system. Like, I didn't know where the master volume was and all this other stuff. And so when that initial part comes up, let's see if I can get back to it. This sound here in a second. It comes on super duper duper loud. And it was just about that time they were messing with this Ouija board in the other room and asked a question. And then all of a sudden it's so loud, like the walls are shaking and stuff, and scared the hell out of one. I'm sure my brother and my boy Lewis remember that, but I wonder if some of the other guys remember that as well. God, that was funny. Anyway, so this is an RTS game, and as you can see, you're playing against each other. And so let's get into it. So basically, you've got a Robotech type vehicle that can transform into a robot and also turn into a jet. And you're going around and you're creating units to capture the bases and then to attack the enemy. So all right. Player 1, user brain. That's me. Player 2, computer brain. Okay. Game window, wide display. Yes, absolutely. Don't have a password. Yeah. It's a password error. player, user. Yep, that's good. Music. Okay. And then you get to choose the different map. And there are different types of maps. Like, it doesn't... The only ones that I know that really kind of change things are, like, I think this is, like, islands. This is, like, a desolate area. This is snow. This is, like, lava. But, yeah, you've got these different areas that you have across the map. Oh, that was the wrong thing. All right. And then I think this is the level that the computer fights at. We're going to stay with A, if I remember correctly. All right. So real quick. So you've got 4 different meters up here. You've got E, which I think is your energy. And so as you fly around or walk around, it drains your energy. And the way you get it back is to hover over your base. D is the damage that your little ship can take. So as you get hit and stuff, it goes down. It also regenerates as you flow over your base. G is your gun. So once again, it drains as you're firing, and then it refills as you're over your base. And then B is for the actual base. And of course, when it gets all the way down, you lose the game. So the first person to take the other one's base is the one that wins. All right. So this brings up our map and lets us do stuff. I'm red, so I'm in the bottom right-hand corner. The old yellow dot shows where my ship is, and then, of course, you can see where his is up there. The white spaces are other bases that we can take over, and these are the types of items that we can create. So, like, that's an armored carrier. There's a tank, surface-to-air missile, a resupply robot, so it will go around and it will actually resupply stuff for you, because otherwise, if you have something out there like a tank or the anti-air missiles and it loses everything, you know, it's either used all of its gas or it's used all of its weapons, you either have to go pick it up, carry it, have it hover over to the base for a second or two, and then go drop it off again, or you have to have one of these old guys to go take care of it. So these are like... these are also anti-air missiles, but like these are like the ones that really take care of the other guy. And then there's infantry and there's motorcycles. And it's like anything else. So what's interesting is you've got like the amount of money it costs to build these things. But then you also have like what you can assign it to do. So like the plus means basically just kind of stay there. This means like run around and like scout the area. This means attack the other base. This means basically, I think, stay where you're at, and then if you see something, go chase it, and then you know once you lose sight, come back. I don't remember what this one. I think that this is attack the base, maybe the main base, maybe. But you have to build infantry to go take over to the bases. So we're going to do that. The reason why I keep pausing it also is if I was just going to stand here or sit here and explain all of this, the other guy would be constantly building. So, all right, so let's see here. Infantry, and we want to tell him to do this. So we're going to hit A, and it's going to build it. All right, so it's built. All right, and so we have him picked up, and let's see where we're going to go. Yeah, let's go ahead and take over this base over here. And then see, while I have him in my, while I have him picked up, you can see his stuff there on the bottom right-hand corner and see what his current action is supposed to be. That's one of the weird things about this game is you can change what their command is, but in order to do it, it costs money. It's kind of weird. So, no, that's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. Okay. All right. So we're going to drop him off. He's going to go in there and start taking care of that base. We're going to build another one. We're going to pick him up. Come over here. And when we get back over there, I'll show you here in a second. All right. So what I should be doing is... No, because I've got him in here still. I was going to say I should be already building another one as I go. See, there's now 3 dots on that one. So now... Oh, I don't have quite enough money. And the more bases you have, the quicker you gain money. Come on. I gotta get to 2,300. See, the other guy's already got at least one base. There we go. And we're gonna go over here. We're gonna drop him. And now that I own this base, I can also hover over it, and I can build from here as well. So let's just do surface to air, and we're going to do right there. Don't quite have enough. Maybe I should change to something else right now. Let's see here. Because I kind of need to get some stuff going here. You know what? We're going to do that. We're going to do this. All right, we're going to pick this up. And tell you what, we're just going to go attack. All right, well, since he doesn't... Okay, so he didn't really attack because I guess I gave him the wrong command. Wow, it cost that much? Oh, let's see. I'm being attacked. He kind of had the same idea I did. I went to the wrong base. And I blew up because I ran out of energy. Come on, build it. I guess maybe I could build it. I guess I could pick it up here. So yeah, we're gonna do that. All right, we're gonna put that anti-air battery there. Man, those are expensive. I need to start protecting my base here. And what I probably should do at this point is... I probably should start moving forward to try to get into the base. So, we're going to do that. We're going to do... infantry. Build it. Alright. So yeah, because I have a feeling he's probably doing the same thing. Yep, see, he's trying to get guys in here as well. That's the wrong thing. I keep hitting the wrong thing. So I could go here and attack. Got me. I am not doing well. See, and I should have been building something there right there. I wasn't thinking about it. I need to keep coming back down to this base. I need to try to bring this guy back down to this base. Alright. Let's try this again. Basically, I'm just trolling this guy at this point. Oh, I didn't mean to. Okay, can you get up there, dude? Yep, go in there. All right, so I got a guy in there now. Yeah, he's trying to do the same thing I'm trying to do. I'm basically just, like... I keep hitting the wrong button, too. It doesn't help when I do that, either. See, because he keeps dropping tanks off. Maybe I should build a tank and drop it off. Yeah, that's what I should do. That's what I should do. Sure. Alright, we're going to try this. And I could grab the tank that I have here and take it with me if I wanted to. In fact, I might do that here in a second. And just drop it off so I'd have 2 tanks. Because he was hovering over his base, he had a lot more power, so... Let's do that real quick. Let's do this, and we're going to do a... no, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. We're going to put him down here for a second. We're going to grab this tank. He's just wandering off, so we're going to have to go grab him in a second here. Alright, tank. Do your job. Alright, now where's my other guy? Where'd you wander off to, dude? Oh, great. Where'd he go? Maybe he got killed. Cripes. Oh, see, now something's attacking my base. What's attacking my base? I was going to say, something's still attacking my base. I guess I could do, like, a buddy of mine used to do. When he played this game, he used to constantly build motorcycles and just drop them off constantly. Like, they're fairly cheap to build. They're not strong. They're easy to kill and stuff, but man, it just drives you insane because you're constantly having to run back to your base to do this. Yeah, this is a losing. See? There was a time where I used to be pretty good at this. That time is not now. Move these up closer. I got destroyed. all your base are belong to us. Yeah, it's getting that way. Like he is definitely building faster than I am. I should be focusing on trying to get more bases, honestly, but like I said, I'm just messing around. So, all right, I'm gonna call it on this one because I do, like I said, I kind of have a heart out today. So, all right, let's see here. So those were the 3 games that I was planning on playing today. I've got 3 more games on the Genesis I do want to play some other time. I doubt I would get to it tonight. Like that seems, I doubt that I'd be able to have time to play games again tonight because I do have work tomorrow. So I'm sure I've got stuff I've got to get done to get ready for work for the week. So, but anyway, so I had a lot of time, a lot of fun playing these though. Let's just look real quick and see what other games, because I can't even remember for the life of me what other games I was going to play. So yeah, this was Herzog Zwei. We were going to play, Moonwalker. That is the next one on the list. I know for a fact I had it. I know for a fact I had Sonic the Hedgehog, and Star Control is another one that I either owned it or we rented it so much I might as well have owned it. Like this is also another fantastic game. But yeah, we will cover those 3 games next time that we convene to play some games on the Sega Genesis. Let me thank everyone that was in the chat. Super Mega Graphic 64, one of my best friends and my worst enemy. Marcipu, I'm assuming. If I'm saying that incorrectly, my apologies, man. Thank you for the information, though, especially on how to try to pronounce Herzog in German. PJ Smith, it's always good seeing you, man. I don't even think my boys jumped in this time. No, he sure didn't. So, but anyway, this was a lot of fun playing in the middle of the day. Like I said, this, I love doing this. I love playing these games, going back and playing these games, and dredging up some of these memories. Like I said, I hadn't thought about, turning on Herzog and scaring the crap out of my friends when they were messing with a Ouija board in years. Like I probably need to jump on a text message here real quick and be like, hey guys, do y'all remember when that happened? But yeah, so the next stream I'll do will be, I guess, a part 2 where I play the last 3 Genesis games that I have. And then we're on to the next generation. It will be probably the N64, and then I'll hit the PlayStation. And then at that point, I'll have to see what else I can emulate. And yeah, we'll just have to kind of go from there. May just start playing just random games that I'm deciding to play. Who knows? I may start doing some more like longer playthroughs. I've had the idea of like doing some achievement hunting. Just kind of depends on what I feel like. I may also start throwing in some, if I can talk the rest of the group, I would love to be able to do a board game arena night and stream that, because that is a hell of a lot of fun. And so we could play some board games on the stream as well. The only problem is I just have to make sure no one is cheating and watching the stream at the same time, so they can see, what cards or pieces or whatever it is I have in my hand. I mean, there's some board games that doesn't matter. Like it's, everything's out there. In fact, my buddy Ray and I, the last time we got together and played some board game arena, I've got a board game back here. It's right there. It's called Formula D. I've only ever got to play it a couple of times, IRL, and man, it was a lot of fun, but it takes a long time, especially if you have a lot of players. It's basically a racing board game, and that kind of sounds weird, but basically what you're doing is there's a more advanced version you can play or a simpler version, and we just played the simpler version. And so what you're doing is as your car is going around the map, you're literally switching gears, and depending on the gear that you're in depends on which dice you roll. So like when you're in a higher gear, the dice you roll may only, like the bottom that you can roll on it may be like a 7 and the top may be like a 20. And so you end up getting these situations where when you're going around a curve, if you don't stop a certain amount of times, you get damage. And so if you're in a high enough gear and you're coming up on a curve and you're just like, I can either shift down twice and take damage, or I can hope I roll low and I stop the amount of times, otherwise I'm gonna take damage. But yeah, literally we played it the other day and had a lot of fun doing it, and he beat me, but we were literally both like down to like 1 or 2 hits left on our car before our car would explode. So, but yeah, we could do some board games on the stream as well. So like I said, I had this idea to go back and play the games that I've already owned, just, kind of do something. And I'm getting closer to the end of that. And so I've got to start thinking about what the next thing I'm going to do is. And then, of course, I've also been playing games online with Cyrus and a group of guys as well. That's been a lot of fun. So the bottom, you can roll on it. Oh, my. Yes. Anyway. All right. I'm going to call it. I hope everyone has a good rest of the day. If you were off today, today was Martin Luther King Jr. Day here in the United States. So yeah, if you had today off, have fun, be with your family, take care of yourself, and I guess we'll see you next time. Bye. Let's see here. Where is it? There it is. EpicallyGeeky.com, where you can find all of the shows that we do, including the Epically Geeky Show, Marginally Geeky Book Club, Creatively Geeky, Sustainably Geeky, EG Live, and EG Gaming. But before you do, make sure to like and subscribe here on YouTube. And if you're a person with a human-style body, why not head over to our TeePublic store and grab a t-shirt, hat, shorts, or whatever else they sell to cover that body. You can find the link in the show notes. And thanks for supporting us here at Epically Geeky. See you next time.